Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily episode of gaming news and all that good stuff. Not much happening here, but we have some interesting tidbits for today. Supposedly, the new Ryzen 7800 X3D, it's already listed in Europe for around 530 euros, which should be equivalent in dollars like $560, give or take. I think, not sure. Um, but it's in tandem with some rumors and leaks that people thought that should be around 500 euros, give or take. Even though in the US market it will launch at $450 MSRP, mainly because all the X3Ds, at least from the table we have here, they are, I don't know if this is something regarding Europe prices. I don't know if it is like tax thing or whatever it is. It's like 13% way more than in MSRP in Europe. But yeah, so it's we will see how it goes. I will wait for reviews. It's still like almost 20 days off. It's 6 April, I think it will launch. Should have like some reviews like 2 days before. Yeah, 6th of April, the official launch. Should be around the same type of performance that Hardware Unbox did, the simulated 700 X3D regarding the 7950 X3D. They disabled one of the CCDs that doesn't have the 3D cache, and they try to simulate it, and they are still doing this in some GPU testing comparisons they are doing, like the 6800 XT with the 7900 XT and the NVIDIA stuff. Between generations, they are trying to see if it is compensates or not, and then they're using the 7950 with the CCD off to try to simulate what it can be the 7800 X3D performance. But yeah, for now, for hardware, this is what I got for now. This has been a while, like a few days now, that there was some kind of things that Bleak Faith Forsaken game. I spoke about this game. It's like a free team developer that launched this game, and supposedly they are accused of stealing some animations, especially from Elden Ring. However, there's been a response. I'm not sure if this mentioned all the things because it says 3 days. Supposedly the devs used like the Epic Game Store asset stuff. It's like a marketplace, and for all intents and purposes, like a marketplace where there is no like a proper verification from Epic Game Store. So if people are selling, in this case, like an animation, it's in the terms of service. Basically, they are not responsible for verifying that it is like something that is not stolen. And from all intents and purposes, the devs clarified that they really went for this marketplace because it's cheaper and because it's only a free team person, so they don't have like the time and the resources to build up all the animations from ground up. And they bought the animations, the ones in question regarding the Elden Ring game. And basically they clarified the situation, and they are working on in new animations. And they of course it's a shame that marketplaces cannot be like verified properly, because we have like indie studios or like one person trying to do like a game, and they are very dependent on this kind of marketplaces. Where you have some stuff already done, I don't know, from texture packs or some kind of assets, animations, and being able to be dependent on this sometimes can bring these kind of situations. So if you are a developer or you're trying to or thinking about it, doing like some or tinkering in doing some game, please consider that sometimes marketplace you can have some shenanigans here, and for all intents and purposes, in terms of service and the regarding, in this case, the Epic Game Store, where you have like a marketplace specific for this kind of things, you might encounter some stuff that it's not from the people that are selling. It might be kind of stolen from other games or other stuff, and please pay attention. I will try to keep up with this because this is a great effort from a 3-person team uh, launching a game which is pretty decent. There are some UI stuff that it's not very well polished. The game needs a little bit more polish, but the gameplay fundamentals there are pretty good from all the reviews that I saw, all the videos that I've been seeing of gameplay. The game seems pretty solid in their structural fundamental things that makes a game. It just needs a little bit more polish. I'm not sure if they are able now to like contract somebody to help out, to bring more people here, because the game has sold quite well for at least from their expectations, and hopefully they can polish a little bit more game, because the game itself is like a very ambient, like Geiger style with some high techno, high fantasy stuff there. Very mysterious. The gameplay is very solid, and the way they go about it regarding like leveling up, there is no leveling up. It's more about the trying to mix and match equipment and weapons and everything to go around and surpass the difficulty of the enemies, and even from the rest of the levels and everything. It seems very good, but yeah. If you are a developer, please be aware of marketplace shenanigans that might happen. And while we're talking about shenanigans, EA has again done its shenanigans as usual. This is one of the reasons nobody likes EA. Now there's supposedly they launched like a DLC for Need for Speed Unbound. It's called the Volume 2, and supposedly are charging $5 to unlock map markers. It seems like innocuous because it's only map markers, but it's $5 for you to play the freaking game that you already paid for. I don't know what to tell you. This is these companies think people have like money to burn. Because there is a principle in a certain way that you basically don't own the game. You just rent the freaking game, and that's it. In the old days, you buy the CD, you get to play the game. The game came polished, or at least usually comes polished. No need for DLC because internet was not a thing at the time. You just buy the floppy disks or the CD-ROMs. You just play the game from start to finish. A complete game, complete experience, no add-ons, no nothing, and that was it. Now we don't have like proper launches of games. The last one, the big one, was Cyberpunk 2077, which is quite a mess. Games are not optimized. I assume that it's not the developers' fault to a certain degree, because they, for sure, if you are working few years on a project, you want it to be the best it can be. It's usually about the higher ups. They just see quarterly earnings, and then they put pressure on the developer studio heads, and then they trickle down that pressure, and then usually you get a messy stuff. And then they see opportunity. Okay, let's do some lottery stuff on the games, so people have to pay extra for the game they already paid like $70 most of the times now. Just cut the costs of developing games. It's like Hollywood. We're seeing like stupid amounts of $100 million to make a movie, and then they have to make almost $1 billion to keep on the above the surface. I don't understand this. This is little things here that pisses off players, and especially in a gaming scene, which is like racing games. We don't see a lot of great racing games from what I'm seeing. We got like the Gran Turismo 7 for PS5, which I think it's improving a little bit. You have Forza Horizon 5, which is a decent one. It's an okay one. Then you have like the sim more heavy ones from Assetto Corsa and other ones, but still an F1. But I think they have a lot of issues on their own. And then you have like Need for Speed, which is like a franchise that it's been for more than 20 years now. I think I played a lot of the early games, the first and the second, the Undergrounds, and the other one, the Carbon, and I played a lot of them, and they all had their pros and cons, but nobody went to charge. We have DLC, but what is this? $5 to unlock map markers. It's not even content per se, like kind of DLC. You can try to justify it, but it's unlock map markers. I know it's you can by exploring the world you can discover these things, the locations itself, but it's the convenience of, you pay a little extra for the convenience of not doing things on the game, and when you supposedly buy a game, it's to do things within the game. So the logic here, it's not doesn't fit my brain, this kind of logic. It's a broken logic. But okay, let's stop rambling. We got some good stuff here from gaming deals. We still have Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. This is the sequel to the first one. This is on 80% off. And we have the Prince Edition 85% off for the same price. So it's better to buy the Prince Edition, as all the little DLCs again, as I was speaking about DLCs. But yeah, also we have Dying Light 2 Stay Human. I think I spoke about this game a little bit. We have like 7 hours, 50% off basically for the base edition, and basically we have more editions and less discounts. Yeah, doesn't make a lot of sense here, but okay. And we got here Mutant Year Zero. It's still part of the FunCon publisher. I managed to highlight this one like 3 days ago or something like that. It's a very good game. I played this game when it came out, I think. I managed to play it. It's a very good game. A good twist on the XCOM kind of games here. And basically it will be similar like the Lamplight League that is coming out this year, I think, and also Miasma Chronicles, which is from the same developers from this game, the Beard Ladies. It's the gameplay is very similar, but this game is also very good. It's 70% off, so around $20 with the fan edition, which brings all the extra goodies. And you're also almost on the deadline for Call of the Sea, which is the free game for Epic Game Store. Seems pretty good. I saw some reviews. It's like a puzzle exploration game. The story seems okay. The gameplay seems pretty good. So it's a free game. So it doesn't hurt if you pick up this one. It will still be on the library. And I will leave also from Resident Evil. It's the Capcom sale is still on. Pretty good games there. I will leave that on the description, also the links. And with all that said, guys, I will wrap up for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.